at the Go Live 2025 by OMS. Yes, people and places. This is Dr. Mama K happening in Cape Town, South Africa. And wow, I looked at the program and I can see so much happening and can't wait to enjoy the day. But what fascinated me about this is, can some of you see this? Do you remember this? This is way back, huh? Cassette I still have got at home. But anyway, you're going to enjoy some things happening in here. Canon, Sony, photographs, video, everything you can think of. Enjoy.
Like I was explaining, we have three product lines in the interchangeable lens mirrorless cameras. So the alphas are the backbone of our product lines. That is the A7S3, which is a strong video camera. It has amazing low light capability. So if you're shooting at night or in the dark, that's a great camera to use. You don't need a lot of external lights. We've also got the A7 IV, which is our mid-range full frame, which is really the workhorse of the industry. Most people shoot on that.
On the A7
A7 IV. Then we also have compact versions of them. The guys at Always will tell you all the different options. I'm just highlighting like the key players. Then we have the ZV series. So ZV stands for Generation Z Vlogging.
Okay.
Because the Japanese naming conventions are very interesting. So that's more compact, smaller cameras, like this one.
Right. Okay.
So it's also got the interchangeable lens. So you can put another lens on here, no worries, easily. So see, there's the sensor. So you can easily put.
Right.
You can easily put a different lens on this. And these guys they've got 3-point microphones, so you can record ambient noise. It comes with a muffler, so that it takes away the wind noise. These guys are perfect for someone transitioning from a handycam to a handheld camera. Because they're inexpensive. You can see that it's 12,999.
Right.
And they're relatively inexpensive.
That's that one. Okay. Sorry, I need to be marking them as well in there.
And it comes with the lens, so that's 12,999 for a camera and this lens that's on it.
Okay.
And then if you're going up, and you've then so this would be where you start.
Yeah. I will.
This is where you start.
Okay. Then, and you spoke about the Z.
Yeah, ZV. So you see there? ZV.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
As well. Okay.
Then when this starts getting too basic for you, you'll go full frame to alpha. Okay. And then when you start getting serious about video, then you might consider the cinema range.
Okay.
These are Netflix approved cameras, or at least this one is.
Okay.
So you can literally shoot, if you shoot a content piece, if Netflix pays you to shoot a content piece and you tell them, I'm shooting on an FX3, they'll say,
it's right. Okay. Yeah. Right.
So that's our range,
okay. And then but then you're saying this one as well.
This is not Netflix approved because it's got a crop sensor. Actually, no, that's not the reason. But it's not. So remember how I'm using Netflix as an example.
Yes.
But they've literally got documentaries on Netflix that were shot on cell phones. So if the content is good and they buy it from you, then they don't care what it was shot on. But if they give you the budget, then they want you to shoot in an approved camera. So that's just how Netflix works.
And these ones, do they work with batteries where you charge them or? Because all those buying batteries as well.
Sony, most of Sony's camera uses this battery. This guy uses a smaller battery. But all of these use this battery.
But they're rechargeable.
Yeah, of course. So it comes with it charges through the USB-C port.
Okay.
And you can charge it off a power bank. You can charge it off a wall outlet. You can charge it off the charger that comes in the box. And what's great about this camera and our newer cameras, you can plug this USB-C into your computer and you can use it as a webcam. If you have like a professional meeting or if you're streaming. So that's also a nice feature. So they're really like taking what's available. This is this one.
This one.
So 7.4. Yeah. This one.
So which one would you say? This one? I know you say you can upgrade to this.
Yes. It comes down to what you're wanting to spend.
And your budget.
This one doesn't come with a lens.
So you're going to have to buy a lens for this.
It does come in a kit that's not on here, but it's slightly more expensive for the kit. The kit will probably be like 51. So the kit will cost what this one used to cost.
Right.
So that's going to be the only thing. This one where it comes with the lens.
With
so this is your plug and play. You're ready to go? Figure it out because shooting on a handycam going to this is a big jump. It takes a lot of time to get used to. You might need to add a gimbal. So I would recommend starting on something small like the E10, figuring out what are the additional things that you need, gimbal, other tripod, maybe you want an external microphone, like figure that out, and then eventually when you move to the Sony, then you can go.
Okay. So this one now, sorry, I'm still, can it, because sometimes we do events whereby you want to, on Zoom, and you want to do
So you plug the camera
internet,
into
Wi-Fi.
Oh, you want to stream it from the Wi-Fi. We've got an app that might be slightly more complicated to do that, but there is an app that it can connect through with the Wi-Fi where you can view it and monitor it, and then you can plug that into your. It works for social media streaming. I'm actually not sure if it works for Zoom, but if you just plug it into the computer with USB-C cable, then it works for Zoom.
What's the name of the app?
No, Sony Creator app.
Okay. So definitely this is a big jump from this.
Definitely.
That's what you're saying.
This has what's called the micro 3/3 or a 1-inch sensor, which is about like that.
Right.
And this one has now got a crop sensor, which is there. And when you go full frame, then the sensor expands even more. So that increases your image quality, that increases your low light capability, it increases your depth of field, so that nice soft background that you get. All of that is increased as the size of your sensor increases.
So can we combine both?
Yes, definitely.
To when we're filming, like whereby we.
So this is a classic broadcast look that you get out of it. So this is going to look like TV.
Yes.
Okay. If you shoot on the mirrorless, that's going to give you a softer, like a more cinematic look. So that's going to look more like a movie.
Because we do both indoors, like a TV, in the studio. We have a home studio, and we do a people and places program out on the streets. So,
but I mean, get used to it and knowing where you fit in. That's going to come very naturally.
Okay. All right.
So I hope that helped.
I think so. John, do you have any question? Are you sure? Okay, thank you so much, Burger. Are you based in Cape Town?
No, I'm based in Joburg.
Everybody comes in from Joburg.
Awesome.
Well, it's been useful. And if can I reach out to you?
Reach out to Ons. They do the sales. I don't
okay, they do the sales.
Yeah.
So at the moment they're doing that promotions right now. Okay, that's good. Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you. If I have any more questions, I'll come to you. Thank you so much, Burger.
There's so much technology out there.
I do.
It's become very difficult to buy a bad camera first. So, I think the number one thing is the need, or what are you using it for, the application, which you've told me.
Yes.
So you do a little bit of interviews, you're out and about. So weight is going to be something. Both those cameras are quite lightweight. So the last thing you want to do is get a heavy, big camera, right?
Yes.
I wouldn't sell something like this to you.
Okay.
But if you look over here, okay. We have something like the R6 Mark II.
Okay, is it in this?
Yes, everything will be in this.
Let me see where it is. So that then that way I can just write that down.
I'm just making an.
That's Sony. No, they are Canon.
There we go.
Canon. Okay.
So we got the R6 Mark II.
Okay. Yes.
We got the R6 Mark II, R5 Mark II, C80, very high-end cameras. This is our APS-C camera.
Right.
But I highly recommend, if you guys upgrade, try get a full-frame camera. Because this is going to make such a big difference in your photographic and filmmaking journey.
Okay.
If you get a camera,
is that mirrorless?
Mirrorless, definitely.
Okay. All right.
If you get a mirrorless camera with a full-frame sensor, quality glass, your video productions will be in a different.
So does it come with a lens?
Yes, you can buy it with it.
Where is this one in here?
So, okay, this is a limited kind of.
Is it? Okay.
You'll find more information.
Let me
on
write
the
the
website.
name. Let me write the model. What's the model for them?
down.
Yeah, please.
So I would say, look at something like the. Okay, R6. You're gonna need a tripod. You're gonna need a case.
Oh no, we've got all those
exactly.
ones.
So I really recommend just sometimes don't let the tech specs and which brand bog you down. Canon's color science and video quality, the menu is very user friendly, and that's what you want. You don't want to struggle trying to find something, and then the moment happens and you're like, oh no, I missed it. So yeah, my recommendation, if you can go to the R6 Mark II, that'll be a camera you keep for the next 5 to 10 years.
Awesome. And are those ones battery? Yeah, they are battery. Welcome to Go Live 2025, organized by OMS, and I've got this amazing models here. We are at the Canon stand, and wow, I'm just seeing vintage. I'm just looking at them and looking at the boots, looking at the chain. Don't they look classic? Don't they look elegant? Wow, wow, wow. So, who are you today?
Me?
Yeah, who are you representing?
I don't know.
You don't know, but you look elegant, by the way. You look so elegant. Well done. Thank you for allowing us to do this. We'll be right back. Okay, we are still at the Go Live 2025, organized by OMS, and I'm with Mike and its partner, and we've just had, that wonderful, workshop, I would say, or session on business, creating content. And I did ask you about the most challenging, one thing. But what advice will you give some of our young ones who, most of the time, because we work in the disadvantaged community, and most of the time they're on their phone, but they don't know that they can use their phone to make money.
So, do you know?
How was the journey for you, the transition?
Well, I'll start off by saying that a phone has a camera on it, and my biggest thing that I say to anybody, no matter that I work with Sony and I'm an ambassador for Sony, the best camera is the one that you have in your hand at that specific time.
Right.
So even if it's a cell phone camera sometimes, that is the best camera. And I think that if people are using it, they shouldn't be discarded saying, oh, these guys have got the big cameras, they're making better content. It's all about how you make that content and how you tell your story, creating that content. And one thing that a lot of these young people today, imposter syndrome, imposter syndrome is a big thing. And even for us, it gets to us as well sometimes. But you need to look past what people say on social media and rather just be you. It's very important to be unique and authentic online, because that way people look at you and they go, oh wow, they'll recognize you for who you are. They'll know, Mama K, this is your content.
Yeah.
Mike, this is your content.
Yeah.
So, like I said in our presentation now as well, to be a trendsetter rather than to copy somebody else, I think it's so important as well. You set the trends, you be the trendsetter, and let everybody else follow you. And that's the best thing to do.
My final question, because I know probably people want to speak to you.
Sure.
How did you decide on which niche, Or, of course, you're focusing on travel and lifestyle, and you work with Sony as brand ambassador and as well with the hotels.
Yes.
How did you decide, okay, yeah, maybe I should focus on the travel,
So-
lifestyle, food? How did that happen?
So when we were living in Malta, and I had my own business over there that was not anything to do
Related
with
to this.
I used to travel a lot in Europe, and we loved traveling. And then when we moved back to South Africa, we were like, we really have to try and find a way to be able to travel more, even if it's just local, because we lived abroad for so many years. I was like, South Africa is so beautiful. It is the most beautiful, and people pay money every year to come and visit South Africa. So how can we do more of the stuff in South Africa? So we reached out to some brands that were like local stuff, and we started doing some stuff locally with them. And then we decided, no, travel is exactly where we want to be. And then we found travel and lifestyle content to be really, really rewarding, not just for us, but for the brands as well, creating the content for them. And then we decided, no, this is the route that we want to stick with. And I'm glad we did, because now we've been doing it for basically 11 years now, full time, and we love it. And it's just such a great way of creating content. And you know the old saying of, you know, if you love your job, you don't work a day in your life.
Exactly.
I haven't worked since 2014. Been on a permanent holiday.
Yeah. So, in closing with this segment, can you just give words of advice to young people, especially those who are struggling with, you know, not knowing, you know, having a direction they want to be doing, you know, be an influencer, they want to create content, but if you look in the camera.
So my advice to anybody that's young these days is to don't worry about what other people are saying. You do you, and you focus on you. Don't worry about the gear that you've got. The camera in your hand is the most important one. And really, if you put the effort in and you can go out there and learn, you don't even need to go to university and college, because everything that you need to learn is on YouTube, and that's how we learned. We never went to college, we never went to university for this sort of thing. We learned everything through what, like we like to call it, the Academy of YouTube, because all of the information that you need is out there and it's free. You just have to type it in and you can get it.
Thank you very much,
Very
Mike.
welcome.
We'll be right back. Woo. I know your face. Are you Zoe's partner? Yes, we're still at the Go Live 2020-25 by Arms, and I'm with the DJ of the day, this young man who is playing some heavy beats. So tell us who you are.
I'm DJ Marco Silva. Yes, I love playing music.
How long have you been doing this?
About a year.
Okay, only
not,
just a year.
Not so long.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're only 14.
Only 14.
Okay, so what's your favorite genre in music?
Lots of different genres, but mostly like house music and
I can see.
Yeah.
Okay. And is that the most popular, for you?
that's one of the most popular.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you do jazz? Do you do Afrobeats? Do you do
All of it.
Latin? You can do everything.
Yeah, it depends who I play for and where I play.
So did you have to learn to do this? Or you taught
I
yourself?
practiced the whole time. And
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've been playing since morning for this. So what's your favorite part of being a DJ?
Probably getting to play the music you love and you still have fun and yeah.
Okay. So what I want to do Can you give advice to any young person out there who is looking for a direction? Any advice you want to do? If you look in the camera to do that, any advice?
Just chase your dreams and do what you want to do, but make sure you have fun while you're doing it.
I love that. Chase your dreams, do what you love to do, and make sure you have fun while doing it. Thank you, DJ. We'll be right back.
So this is the follow modes that you get, right? So the FPV allows you to move in the direction that you're moving. Then what you can do is you can go and actually lock the gimbal in its place. So you would change it from FPV over to set. So what it does is it actually just locks it in place. And now you can see as you move this, the camera remains perfectly steady. And that's what's quite nice about this is you obviously move around, drop down to the floor, and come back up. Yeah. So the RS4 Mini is great for perspective.
Based on what you just said.
Yeah, so this has got a 3.5 kilo payload, right? So bigger camera, bigger lens, bigger body on the camera. So absolutely. Bigger camera, bigger lens. Yeah.
So maybe let's say the price. Let's say that one is not.
No, this doesn't come with the tracking. So but the tracking module is a separate purchase. I don't have a costing on the tracking yet. It's brand new. But I don't think it's going to be crazy. It can be added on, yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, your added features in this really, obviously everything's touchscreen on this. Same on that one, it's also touchscreen. Like they're very similar in terms of features in that regard. But your biggest difference is the payload and the size of the camera you can put on here. Whereas there you're very restricted in terms of the form factor of the camera. Yeah. So, and then obviously I'll show you
I know you
on
showed us, but I'm just trying to compare with that one. What kind of batteries do they run on?
So this runs on a removable and rechargeable BG50 grip. That one there is built in, so you can't actually remove the battery. So here, in this regard, you got a little clip here and a release. Where you can take the battery grip out. So this is the battery itself.
Wow.
Yeah. So these you can change. Then you have a bigger battery, you have a BG70 grip. If you wanted extra battery life, you can change it. But yeah, BG30 is generally fine for most case scenarios.
I used to think Ronin was I'm confused. I thought that was a brand on its own.
No, so you have DJI's got different categories. Ronin is one of the categories.
They need to get a more before somebody falls, because I'm actually feeling as if I'm falling.
Is it slippery?
Yeah, it's slippery.
See, they put a little. This is part of the Ronin range. This is the flip range, the air range, the mic range. Yeah, so Ronin is one of the categories.
And with
The drones.
the drones, which one is the entry level one?
I'm gonna get it for you. Yeah, so it's called the DJI Neo. It's got AI subject tracking built into it as well. Yes, actually we do have it on special there, this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'll actually show you this, right?
So your stuff that they're asking you to do is more states
It's locked onto my face right now. And then the same way that Ronin does, when I move, if I want to land it, I'll just do this, and it lands back on my phone. Very nice feature of the DJI Neo. And then, I mean, this you can fly with the smart controller, this you can fly with the analog controller. You can use the phone to fly the drone. Yeah, so really nice super features. And something so small that you feel that it's like super light.
And do you need to charge or just
So you can charge it using this, or if you buy the Flymo combo, which is the one that's in the book, it comes with a charging out. You just plug it in the same way that you would charge your phone.
So if I now want to buy, I'm just looking now, so I can get this one and that one as a so that comes with the tracker, and it comes with
It comes with a briefcase and
but I really, so we can get this one and this one. How long is it
it's valid until the 31st of March. Yeah.
But you said that one is not.
It won't be part of that, but it's always going to be 9,000. Yeah. So promotion on these, if you decide to go this route, that's already until the 31st. So,
And I don't think, but like you said, we want to do this in a long life. But this can work with.
so this works independently from but I think when you hold it for a long time and you have to like hold it for 10 hours, depending on what you're filming, then you're going to feel it.
You know that grip that you had? So when you can buy I like that tracker.
So the microphone that connects to this wirelessly, and then the same thing, this has got the gimbal that's built into it. And then that connects you with the mic over here. Same way how you've got yours, but it's a wireless version of it.
It's got a bit of a light on infrared this time.
This one is about 16,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's just handled, not standing.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, it stands the same way. So the same screw that you've got on the bottom of that other one.
Okay,
It's the same
to
one that
add,
you've got on here. You can
I
put this on a
need to add on a
tripod.
tripod.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is quite nice because it kind of folds up quite small.
I
Connects
see,
to the
because
DJI
I
pocket
travel.
because, yeah, you can literally take this and put it into your pocket. Yeah, it comes with a nice little case. So now it's nice and secure. And you just put it into your pocket and you can travel like that.
Yeah, I just need to look for. I saw one of those tripods that is just one leg, as it just stands, not the three. It just has I'll check it on the because I need one as a office, and we need one
Yeah, but I mean the camera is very good on there. So the quality of the camera that you've got on that pocket is very good. You don't need anything else. It's really nice. And then you've got the stabilization in there.
It's not here.
No, it isn't.
It's not here. What's it called?
It's called the DJI Pocket 3.
DJI Pocket
Yeah. 3. Yeah. Yeah. So, amazing little product, it really is. Yeah.
You don't know if they have a sale on that one.
We can't get stock in country. People love that thing so much. And there's a big shortage. So we've actually got a whole lot of lists of back orders that we're trying to
Where do they we are still at the goal line 2025 at the ARMS. You can see them, the Cape Town School of Photography and everything else. And wow, it has been what a day. I met this young man, but we'll find out a little bit about him. And we happen to be, you know, Nigeria know they carry last. Tell us who you are.
Hey, you already know the vibe, man. It's okay effect and everything is okay. I wanna I like to tell people I'm an experience because there's no limit to what I can do or what I am. But me, like knowing me is an experience.
So tell us what experience. Yeah.
I wanna say I'm a creative director.
Okay.
With ability to like do professional photography and professional cinematography, and then also like I run a media agency in Nigeria. I have a production company, like a crew of creatives that, you get me, bring your brand vision to reality. And then I also made music based off like telling my story through the songs and also like the soundtrack to my creations.
So I know you're from Nigeria.
Yes.
Where in Nigeria are you from?
Man, to be honest, Mama K, I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria, but like I grew up in the west. It's like when my dad gave birth to me or something, like I moved to the west, so it's like I would say I'm from the east, but I'm influenced by the westerners.
So you feel speak Yoruba?
Of course. Everything there.
Alright, so you've been in South Africa, I don't know how long. You said you have a media business back in Nigeria.
And I also have one I'm running here.
You have one you're running here. What has been your experience so far? I know South Africa, the positive. I don't do negative. You know, for me, South Africa, Cape Town is beautiful, it's dynamic.
No sense are they happy. No sense are they shy.
Exactly.
Cape Town is blessed, bro. Like God has
Yeah.
See, to me, I believe say the angels, some angels, they live for Table Mountain.
For Table Mountain.
Because this place, as a creative, it gives you a different type of motivation. Like you're closer to your vision, bro.
Nature,
like the scenery is amazing. The atmospheric environment is crazy. And then for creative, you get like advantage where another people know they get. Because Cape Town are like America, London, and the whole of Africa joined together. All the locations there, I've been a beast. I've been a mountain.
You go get
they get everything. Lifestyle, luxury, everything is okay.
So today's event, what has stood out for you? I know a lot of people, I saw a lot of people know you.
Yeah.
And what have you benefited, you know, that you're going to take home?
Like I said, my life is very important to me, and then that's what inspires my creativity. Where I'm from and the kind of life that I live. You hear everyone calling me okay, everything is okay. That's like the brand I'm pushing.
Yes.
I'm able to spread positivity from creating art. You understand me?
Yes.
So it's like coming in here and seeing that effect on people makes it really amazing. The okay effect is what it's called. That's the name of my brand.
I love that.
Because I come here, I see you already, me and you, the dance, the vibe. I didn't even know you. I didn't know where you're from.
Very true.
It says that like the energy is contagious. So aside from this event going on, it's like I'm in a place where people see things from my own angle. So I'm very excited to be here and to mix up with both the learners and the professionals and also they try to even get into them. So in one word, Mama K, I'm going to say everything is okay.
Everything is okay.
You understand?
I can see it. Whoa, look at that. Everything is okay.
Everything is okay.
Read Mama K.
Read Mama K. Everything's okay.
So in closing, can you please help us close today's event with words of encouragement to anyone you want to speak to?
Mama, this is for everybody. Where be like say, if you feel like life is not working out for you, I want to say that like, see me here like as an example and inspiration or a motivation. I came from a place where we don't have internet, we have no lights, we have no water, all the way from Nigeria, Anambra, Nando, and I'm right here. If I can be here, then anybody from anywhere can do it. It's just really crazy. Like we're all born with different potentials and talent, but the ability to unleash that potential and talent now it make you stand out as a human being. So I want to say, if you think it already, as long as you can think it, you can do it. If you believe, you can achieve. And with Mama K, everything is okay. Big shout out to all.
Yeah. Okay, let's do our dance challenge now.
Right now.
Okay.
Allah.
Hey!
Mama K.
Okay.
Mama K.
Everything's okay. Everything's okay. Everything okay. Everything okay. Everything okay.
Say, let me teach you. Like this. Then.
Yo, this content rate. Okay.
That's it. Come on.
Then go, Commander.
Oh. Come on. Okay. Record. Hey!
Amen, bro.
Where come on? Eh? Woo!
Don't be this hour. Don't be that one.
Eh? I don't fit with that one. I don't try. Why? It's okay. It's okay. Mama, okay. It's okay. It's okay.